All right. Well, welcome back. She's insisted that I'm doing the intro again, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to do something different. But welcome to our little podcast. Me and my sister Ashley is talking
Hi.
about what's happened in the last week, kind of sharing our journey, the things we're learning, things we're doing, trying to build a YouTube channel, learn how to farm. Ashley's doing the catering and all of her projects. She's always busy. So, Ashley, how was your week?
It was good. A few events.
Yeah.
One of those I'll talk to you about
Okay.
just a little bit. It's the Living
All right.
Right Foundation.
Okay.
Went and did a art thing with my friend
Yeah, I called
Patricia.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, she actually got to be a painter on the streets, like
Very
on
cool.
the sidewalk. That was really cool. And there was only like eight
Okay.
that were chosen out of
Oh, very
a
nice.
good number. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, just living
Cool,
life,
cool.
doing the things. Yeah. How
All right.
about you? How was your week?
Very busy. A lot of YouTube videos. Yeah, I kind of made a list of things just to kind of go through all the craziness with the channel. So last time we talked, I had 75 subscribers, which was amazing. But
Yeah.
since then, I now have 97 subscribers. So
Woohoo!
my goal for May was to hit 96 because I was doing that doubling every month. So
Yeah.
my goal was by the end of May have 96, and I've already exceeded that. So I am just,
There you go.
you know, on a cloud right now. That's amazing. But I'm
Yep.
also like, now I have to get another 96 for the next month. Yeah, when I put in my
Yeah.
post is like, should I just go round numbers? Should I shoot for 200 next month? That'll make it easier. So yeah,
Yep.
I think I'm going to modify my goal to be 200 for June. Which wow,
There you
that's
go.
a scary number when I'm still getting started. But
Yeah.
it could
No
happen.
worries.
Yeah,
It could happen.
I'm
Yeah.
improving, and yeah, it's slowly coming along.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of looking over at my notes. Yeah, one of the things that got me part of those, well, about half of those subscribers came from 3 shorts that I did. I'm using vidIQ, and I prompted it, hey, what are your suggested next videos I make? So it analyzed my channel, looked, hey, you're doing better with your shorts than your long form. So what kind of
Okay.
shorts make sense? And your highest ones are where you're talking about kind of the things you're learning, and you're 52. Being 52 is your like superpower for your videos. So run with that as your central kind of thing. So it suggested 3 shorts, scripted those
Okay.
around like, 3 things I've learned from, farm, well, from my adventure with YouTube. Like I'm starting a YouTube channel at 52. One where I'm doing the worms. I start with like, playing with the worm bin, and then I look up and start talking about, taking on new things at 52 and learning new stuff, which
Yeah.
they were all fun to film. And then another one was talking about, what would I go back, what would I have started at 30 if I could have told myself to start, something at 30 instead of waiting to 52. So it was,
Hmm.
out in the garden, kind of, showing off my garden. And it was just,
Yep.
I did those, got the scripts, kind of practiced it a couple times, went out with my camera to the garden and filmed it that night. And then, got them all prepped. There wasn't really much to do for them because it was kind of scripted, natural, just, I mean,
Right.
and it used my own kind of tone of voice. So, I mean, it wasn't like, really robotic and something I wasn't comfortable with. It was just like, okay, yeah, I know what I'm saying. I just, practiced it a few times, and then I had to do like technical issues, try to get my mic where it was doing the noise canceling because airplanes flying over and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. I filmed all those. I was hoping for lots of views. I was kind of expecting, 1,000+ views, maybe like crazy numbers or something. But
Uh-huh.
it was it was really kind of cool. Everyone was very consistent. They were all right at 600 views. So
Okay.
like going into like the shorts feed for everybody and everything, they consistently got right at 600 views, and then nothing. They've gotten a view here and there since then. But
Hmm.
from that, I've got 11 subscribers. I was getting about 4 subscribers each for those videos. So, I
Uh-huh.
mean, a really good return on, a few minutes of filming in the garden, just
Right.
kind of using AI to kind of generate something that, like a suggestion for something that would make sense for my channel. If it's me and, my message for my channel, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give that a shot. And yeah,
Yep.
11 subscribers later. Really cool, interesting things. I was getting lots of likes for them. I mean, so it was like the most likes I've got for a video, even though it was fewer views, which, that shows you kind of it was a better quality. So I learned a lot of things going through that process. But since it kind of got more engagement, it had more stats for me. So some
Okay.
interesting things for the what I'm learning about food and soil. That one
Yeah.
was only that people aged 24 to 45 or 25 to 50, sorry, only the people 25 to 45 and then people 65 and over. So nobody my age watched it. It was like people younger and then people older. And it was a roughly even
All
split.
right.
It was like 60% male, 40% female. So it kind of like, hit kind of right
Uh-huh.
in the middle there. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And oh no, another weird thing with that one, it was only 63% from the US. So I don't know where all
Wow.
the other viewers were. It showed me like Canada and Australia. I'm assuming like English speaking kind of places, although it will
Yeah.
dub you in other languages. But yeah, it was
That's
weird that it was
interesting.
showing us only 63% from US. So just
Huh.
weird stats from that one. The 52 and my worms are still alive.
Yeah.
That one was like 25 to 65, and that one was like 70% male. So that one was like, I guess, more guys like worms. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
girls think they're creepy, I guess. I
although,
don't know.
nice segue there. Glacier Wigglers, Tiffany, she was going to join
Yeah.
us for the podcast, but I kind of gave her late notice yesterday, so I haven't heard back from her yet. But still open invitation for her to join us as a guest. So please do. I think that would be awesome. I definitely want to learn more about the worms. My Worm Factory 360 is finally going to arrive next week. I've been waiting for like 6 weeks for it. I'm finally going to get
Yeah.
that. So a chance for us to maybe do a collab kind of thing. And I can kind of show you what I'm doing with my worms and you can give me
Yeah.
some pointers. And then she's been doing some stuff with like avatars because she's not as comfortable on camera. So she's kind of doing that route. It's not exactly faceless. I don't know. I guess it kind of is because you're seeing her hands in the worm bins doing all of her stuff. And then she has like a little avatar in the corner doing the talking, which is pretty cool. I'd
Yeah.
mentioned like the YouTuber thing and like having a potato as an avatar kind of thing and using like different
Uh-huh.
root vegetables as my little
Yeah.
YouTuber kind of things. So I was wanting to ask her how she does her stuff. I know, crazy little idea, but I think it's fun.
Yes. Yeah. We gotta keep it fun. That's all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then the other one of those vidIQ generated ones was the 52 and starting fresh on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
That one was a similar kind of thing. It was like 25 to 54, but that one was 95% male. So like no
Huh.
females watched that one. I don't know what was
No.
different about that one, but it's just really weird seeing different demographics watching different videos. So
Yeah.
I mean, even though I've got a channel with kind of the similar kind of content, it really
Uh-huh.
varies video by video. And I think YouTube, the algorithm has kind of changed with their approach where it's kind of treating your channel as video by video. So I mean, you
Uh-huh.
don't have to be like, mega superstar YouTuber. It's going to view that video
Each
by
video.
that video, not by all your previous stuff. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
part of the equation, but there's some flexibility there now that, I mean, your video, if it hits the right spot at the right time, it could go out
Uh-huh.
into a huge audience. Who knows?
That's true.
So there's potential.
Potential.
Yeah, a weird one with that is I was playing around last weekend with my Ferret's gaming channel, just playing with my phone, trying to learn more about how to do shorts. And I was playing with it, and I filmed the sprinkler going back and forth on the driveway.
Yep.
Took like 5 minutes, made a little clip, added a little caption to it, a quick description, put it out there. It got over 1,000 views. Did not expect that from my little gaming channel. It's like my little personal channel. So I'm
Yeah.
here on my main channel trying to get views, and then I do that
And
little
then you
quick
get
five
that one.
minutes worth of work, and it gets 1,000 views. Blows away my other content. So
Yeah.
this like last few days, I got the idea that hey, if that one did good, maybe I can do much better than that. So I can take something I did, put it into context for this channel. So I
Uh-huh.
thought I've been doing the sprinkler, so something with the sprinkler. I'll do a like a wind chime, and have the sprinkler hit the wind chime and make the chime go off. So I put the
Uh-huh.
little caption, whenever a chime rings, a butterfly gets its wings, which I thought was really cute.
It was cute. I
It
like it.
fit.
Yeah.
I did it in the backyard where the background is my garden, so
Uh-huh.
it ties in with the channel. It's my garden,
Yeah, it is.
everything. And yeah, that one got like 350 views. It got nothing. I was like so disappointed, but I learned a lot in the process.
Right.
Just the framing of it, trying to figure out the features, trying to figure out how to do all the technical side of it. And
Uh-huh.
then since it was backyard, on a busy day where people are cutting grass and driving around with loud cars and all that, I had to figure out how to get the sound right. So I was playing with the sound mixing. So it was educational, even though it didn't produce a lot of views.
That's it. That's
But
it.
anyway,
It's
had fun
fun.
with it. I really like those. It reminded me of when I first started my channel that first week. I had that idea for like the choose your own adventure kind of videos
Yeah.
where I did one, posted it, and then all the rest of them are unlisted videos in a playlist. So you can't see
Uh-huh.
them unless you go on the little journey.
So
So if you haven't done that, check it out. It is really cool.
check it out. It is kind of cool.
Yeah. and leave comments because I left a little like, a comment, different topics for every video as you're going on that little journey, sharing your experiences as you go. Cool idea for my first week. But yeah, that one, what I was saying is like, I came up with the idea, figured out how to structure the whole thing, got it all filmed, edited in one day. I mean, like within 24 hours, I had the whole thing on YouTube. And it
That's
reminded me of
amazing.
that doing the sprinkler thing, having so much fun with it. I mean, it's not rapid growth, it's not amazing viral stuff, but
Mhm.
that's not what I'm going for anyway. It'd be nice, but just
Yeah.
evergreen, just growing naturally and just trying to produce stuff that people can go back and watch years from now, even if it's just
Okay.
us watching it.
Which will be fine.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah.
Yeah, which since I mentioned the butterfly thing, the video
Yeah.
that's going to go out tonight is remember last time we did the podcast and you were sharing your story about the butterfly landing on
The
your
butterfly
foot
tag.
and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, so the short tonight is you telling that story.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
so look for that one.
Okay.
So
Will
that
do.
one's really cool. So yeah, I rescheduled things so that it was back to back butterfly things. I thought that was cool. Instead of
That
back
really
to
was
back
a cool
worms, it's
moment.
back to back butterflies this time.
Exactly. Cool. I like that.
And then the other one going out tonight is one that I sat out on the deck and did 3 little fun garden projects. I did, like, creating seed potatoes, so, chitting the potatoes, kinda like a little experiment, but because if you put an onion in the bag, it's supposed to make it happen faster. So I did 2 bags, one with an onion, one without. So I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna check progress and
See
do
which
a
one.
follow-up video of that. I got a
Okay.
bug catching kit. I got a, yeah, and I could, like, put in pictures and videos of things, but I'm just keeping the podcast simple right now. But the first thing I had captured is walking back while I was doing, dethatching, which was another big project last weekend. I found this little, like, woolly bear caterpillar, so I was,
Ooh,
like, playing with the bug catch kit with that, so I've already put that in a jar, and I'm gonna try to keep it alive and let it turn into a moth, which I think would be awesome.
that would be
I did the
really
same
cool.
thing last year, and that one didn't work out, so thought I'd give
Yeah.
that little experiment a try. I feel like I'm doing all the talking, but it's just so much has
No,
been
you're
going on
catching
with
up. You're
videos in
catching
the
up.
last
You're
week.
catching up. Yeah. Yeah. You're
But
catching
yeah, I
up.
mentioned and the third one was I did it's a root viewer kit that I got from Wegmans.
Yeah.
And so it's got like a turnip and a carrot and onions, and you get to watch the roots grow. But since I've got the worms, I added worms. So now I've got little worms crawling around this little root viewer. So I was playing around yesterday and I made a time lapse. So I'm gonna have to play around without some more. It was really cool, but it was just like,
Yes.
for 1 hour, it made a 2 minute video. So it's compressing
Okay.
it down, but it's just cool because you can see the worms
But that's
crawling
cool.
through,
Going
changing their
all over the place.
mind, backing up, going to the other side, and it's like, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
It reminds me
Yeah.
of, like the panda bears at the zoo, and they have, like, the live cams. I could do a worm cam and just have that set up all the
You could
time.
do a work. People would watch it too.
So, yeah, expect
People
that
would
on the
watch
channel at
it.
some point. I'm gonna do, like, a
Yeah.
10-hour long webcam of just my worms sitting there. You can just watch the worms.
Yep. Hey, they sit and watch a fire. They do whatever.
Whatever, yep. Just have fun with it.
I think it'd be soothing to watch a little worm just kind of do his thing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
And I would be missing out too because, like, if I had a really big YouTube channel, I wouldn't do those weird little things. But since I'm just
Yeah.
starting out, I can play around and do like weird experimental stuff and just
You
see
can
what
try
happens.
it.
Have a good excuse to
See
do
what
that now while I
works.
can.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I guess like I said, it's been a really busy week. So I also did the
Yeah.
dethatching to revive my front lawn, which was a lot of time lapses. That was the first time I dethatched. Jen got us
What
a
is
dethatcher.
detach? What is that?
It's basically getting rid of all the dead stuff in your lawn. So it's like
Ah,
running this little blade along the ground, and you can set the height of it so you can get deeper or you can just get the top surface stuff. But it
okay.
clears out a lot of the dead stuff so that your soil can improve its health. And I reseeded. That was kind of like it was one project led into the next, led into the next, and it became like all weekend.
All
So
weekend?
I filmed that and had it in like time lapses or me talking about the experience, what I'm doing, what I'm using.
Huh.
So it was really fun turning, a chore into a fun kind of experience.
Parents,
So
yeah.
yeah, of course it was still a lot of work. Those time lapses where
Yeah.
I'm walking for 10 seconds. That's, like me walking for a very long time back and
For a
forth,
very long
working
time
hard.
back and forth.
Yeah. So yeah, I was exhausted, but it was a fun project. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I got to
That's
share it with everybody because I have a YouTube channel. It's
yeah,
not me taking a picture of this and sending it over like a little text chat to family. I
exactly.
get to share it with the world. Yeah. Let's see what else is on my crazy list here. Yeah, I mentioned my Warm Factory 360 is going to arrive, so
Mhm.
excited about that. The dethatching, I did an April's resolution, like all my little monthly resolutions. So like
Yeah.
the throwing stuff and the exercise and guitar, which I was telling Jen earlier, I don't think I've done those since I filmed that video. Just it's been that crazy of a month that I haven't done
Mhm.
any of my resolutions.
Well, it's getting
So I
warmer
feel like a
outside.
huge slacker, so much for doing, monthly resolution so I can meet my yearly resolution. But
Yeah.
gardening and YouTube are on my list. So I'm just reprioritizing which ones I'm focusing on for May.
Yep.
Yeah, that's rationalizing, but it
Well,
works.
it's
I'm still
finally
doing
nice to be
stuff.
able to get out there,
Yeah,
so
well,
you're
it's
able to
warmer
go to the
weather.
yard.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's like 85, sunny today. So making
Yeah.
the most of that, spending all my time outside on the weekends and after work. Yeah. Yeah, more outside stuff. I did another little walk and talk with Loki, which was so much fun. And I walked so far with him. That was the farthest I've
Uh-huh.
walked him ever, but he loved it. I mean, he
I
wasn't
love
like
it.
struggling. He was still dragging me at the end. So I wasn't like, abusing my dog or anything. He was more
Yeah.
abusing me at that point. It's like, let's keep going. But no, he got
Let's
home,
go.
drank water, and crashed. He was done. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, it's fun.
But, what I learned with that one, which I shared a lot in that video, and I had Jen watch it with me on TV, which I was testing the resolution for it because if I do, like, a walk and talk where it's, like, all the trees in the background or if I'm looking out at the path and it's, like, a
Yeah.
lot of detail, um, when it
Okay.
when you're dealing with, like, streaming content, the bit rate, the compression, and all that kind of thing, it doesn't handle it very well.
Uh-huh.
So I had to do some research on like the technical side of how to turn that video into something that was watchable because it was like all grainy, glitchy. It was horrible to watch. So
Yeah.
like I deleted my first attempt at uploading, did some research, and figured out how to actually upload it as a 4K video so that it uses the higher bit rates and everything. And it looked amazing. So you're seeing like
Okay.
all these beautiful green leaves up in the trees above me, and it's like you can actually see it because I uploaded the video correctly. So
Okay.
I'm trying to learn. I'm improving.
Learn. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that one I think looked amazing. I was really impressed with how that one turned out. Plus,
Good.
it was just a great experience going walking out in nature with Loki, having fun.
Oh, it's always
So
the best. Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's like I think I'm gonna keep doing some of those little scripted things just to improve technical aspects and to like follow better guidance for how to grow a YouTube channel. But this
Uh-huh.
channel is about me and learning things and sharing with family, kind of building a community. So I think
Yeah.
there's a balance there. So I don't think it's all one or the other. I think a mix of things. And if you're somebody that wants to join my channel and be a subscriber and watch my videos, you're going to enjoy both, or you're going to
Right.
just watch the ones that you do enjoy and just, let the other ones go by.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential there and just, learning along the way so much. Let's see.
What you got?
Other YouTube stuff while I'm on that topic. I found a time capsule video that I made.
Ooh.
It was like February 3rd. I had just found out about work stuff,
Uh-huh.
so it was kind of I need to capture this for myself. So
Yeah.
kept it in a way that I could share it. Didn't go into specifics. So I was like things I couldn't share.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I plan to put that one out, like schedule it for coming out after a month. But I think that was
Okay.
too close to the event. Things were still in flux. I still hadn't found the next job yet, and I hadn't started working from home. So I scheduled that one to come out February 3rd,
Your first.
2027. So that's my first
Very good.
little time capsule. Already scheduled it, and
That's
I'll
cool.
be surprised because I'll forget by then and be like, "What's this video?" But
I did
yeah,
that. Did that.
I thought that would be a cool idea. I'd watch like a Mr. Beast thing when I was still learning and deciding if I wanted to do a YouTube channel. And
Uh-huh.
actually, on that little choose your own adventure, one of the choices, if you choose wrong, sends you to a Mr. Beast video where he's doing his time capsule. Watching
Oh,
his
that's cool.
10-year video.
Uh-huh.
So kind of inspired that one when I filmed it.
Did it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Uh, yeah, I'm doing all the talking on this one. I feel like I
You're
should turn it
fine.
back over to you to like break it up some.
No, no, we're good.
You're good with me talking this time? I know you've been working in the yard
Sure.
too, so you're exhausted.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, I get to take a break and just let Kevin do all the talking for a while.
No, I'm getting caught up with what's going on with you, so it's all good too.
Yeah. Well, you can always watch my videos now. That's the
I
beautiful
know.
thing. I know. Yeah, I called mom on Mother's Day and she was my 81st subscriber.
81st.
Yep. So mom is 81.
Yeah.
So I had to talk her through it. And it was actually the one where I done the sprinkler thing on my other channel. So she's
Uh-huh.
also a subscriber of my Ferrex
Of
gaming
the
channel. Yeah.
she's
She
like, "I
figured
don't
it
even know
out.
what to
We got it
do."
straight. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she is subscribed to both. So now mom can watch my stuff because we're horrible about calling each other. We always
I
have
know.
been. I thought when I went to Georgia Tech, we would have gotten better then, but college and just, getting married, moving away, still didn't get better. But every time we called, it's like we just talked. So, I mean, it's not like
Right.
it's kind of how we communicate. But
Yeah,
now she can watch videos and she can see both of us talking about our lives. And,
that's
although
it.
she sees you a lot more because
She
I
sees
think
me
she was talking
more.
about you were going
Yeah,
to
she
come
does.
over on Mother's Day.
Yeah, and I was supposed to go over there today, but I ended up playing in the yard a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can totally relate to that.
day kinda gets away from you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to share this, but yeah, my little adventure in the backyard today is
Uh-huh.
Loki was sniffing around the deck. I had the little shelf that you'll see in some of my videos where I pulled some stuff out of the garden shed and it's all on this, and he'll sniff around that
Yeah.
occasionally. But
Uh-huh.
he was really like, something's going on. I got to figure out what it is. So I was moving the sprinkler. I came back and he had something. He was like sniffing around over by the grill and he had something in his mouth. So I had him drop it and it was a little baby field mouse. And it was
Aw,
like, so I was like,
that's
okay, so now I know what he's been smelling in the backyard or on the deck.
Yep.
So I don't know where he found it. So I let him sniff around a little bit more, try to figure out where it is. And he was sniffing over by that shelf where I had all the garden stuff. So I thought
Uh-huh.
it's over there. So, okay, top of my list for projects is now to clear out that and figure out what's going on and make it to where he's not getting any more little baby field mice. So I cleared all that out and didn't find anything. So
Okay.
move the sprinkler a couple more times, like every 15 minutes. I have a little timer on the phone, moving the sprinkler. Come
Uh-huh.
back and he's got another one in his mouth. I get him to drop that one, but he was sniffing over by our grill. It's like,
Uh-huh.
okay, well, maybe it's not over there. Maybe it's by the grill. And he was just sniffing because it was traveling around that path.
Yeah.
So I have him drop that one, get him inside so that he's away from all the other little critters. And I
Yeah.
start looking around the grill and we had this old turkey fryer. Remember when turkey fryers were a big thing?
Oh,
We
the
still
yeah.
had one and it was kind of like under the cover for our grill.
Yeah.
Take the cover off of that one and start looking around. There's like, dead stink bugs and stuff all over it too. So it's
Right.
kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But then I find this drawer on the bottom of it. It's like where like the grease and stuff can drain and you can
Yeah.
empty it out. And I like pull it open just a little bit and there's a mama field mouse in there with another little baby.
Oh
And so it's
gosh.
like, what do I do? So I closed it back and like,
Was it
okay. The other babies, one of them was passed and the other one was still like where it might survive if I can get it back with a mama. So
Uh-huh.
I put that one in a container, put some like paper towels and stuff in there and was thinking, hey, I can just pull the drawer out gently, kind of keep her to where she doesn't run away and put them back in there so that she can take care of the baby. But
Yeah.
then as soon as I get her in there, she's all freaked out. She runs and then she leaves the other baby in there. So now there's like two little baby field mice
Oh,
in the
yes.
container. It's like,
Uh-huh.
what do I do? I left it on the deck and it's like, okay, well, maybe she'll come back. And she
Yeah.
never did.
I should get
So
them
now I
taken.
had like the two little babies in there. The second one passed and the third one is still alive last time I checked. So I still have it in the container. I put it at the corner of the deck. So maybe the mom will come back.
Mhm.
As I was moving the sprinkler, I talked to my new neighbor and he was saying, yeah, they had found something like that. And yeah, the mom will come back. Just leave it out there. They'll come
Okay.
back for their babies. But no, so far she hasn't. So
Oh,
I'm just like,
well,
oh, I'm hoping she finds the baby before the last one passes. I looked up how to take care of one and it's possible, but
yeah.
you have to feed them. You have to actually like use a
That's gonna
Q-tip
be
to
a
help them
lot.
to like poop and pee because they can't do that on their own when they're that little.
Oh,
And
wow.
the thing is, even if I get it to survive, it has no like nature skills.
Nature.
So if I
Yeah.
try to release it, it's just gonna like, get
Yeah.
eaten by
It'll
something
probably be
immediately. So, or it won't be able to take care of itself. So it's like I don't know what to do.
what do you do?
So yeah, it's like like I said, I mean, I got that caterpillar and I'm trying to like turn that into a moth. So me with some little field mice, I'm like, I don't want it to die and I don't know how to take care of it.
I
So it's
don't know
like
how to
I
take
have
care of
things I
it.
have to learn. And I'm
Yeah.
like so excited about doing the rabbits. And that's like this is a picture of me when I've got rabbits.
Yeah. What
And
do
I'm
I
like, I'm
do?
gonna be processing meat rabbits and all that. And it's like I know I can do it, but there's the other side of me that's like, little baby field mouse.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely got skills to learn to
You
kind
guys
of
are
separate those things out when you're like,
yeah,
you're taking care of animals. It's livestock. That's different than, pets or little creatures that are just cute and fuzzy and you want to take care of them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mindset. You have
Yeah.
to yeah, be able to separate it.
Yeah. Well, talking about cute and fuzzy things, my dethatching video, I was doing the time lapses and I didn't set up the camera to where I was on film for a lot of it. So I
Okay.
filled in some of it with like a cute little bunny and a cute little bird.
Yeah.
So yeah, and a cute little kitten. That's I used a little cute kitten when I did my throwing target build, and I was kind of
Uh-huh.
hidden behind the throwing target for part of it. So I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
just put that up on the boards, and you can just watch this cute kitten while you can't see me. So I used that
Exactly.
same one, and then like it kind of cascaded because I was off camera for quite a while when I was detaching.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
just
fun.
having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think it
You
turned
gotta
out
fill
good.
that space.
It's cute. It's me.
Fills the space. Yeah.
It's my style. You don't watch my dethatching videos for a quality expert opinion on how to do it. You watch it for
Right.
somebody doing it the first time and flubbing things and putting up cute animals to cover up his bad technical skills.
Exactly. Letting everybody know that it is a process of learning, that you're not
Absolutely.
perfect and you're having fun through it.
No, never going to claim to be
Yeah.
perfect.
Gotta be able to laugh through it and you learn through it. So that's good.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Perfectly imperfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, it's nice knowing that you're not alone when you're like doing all the messing up as you're learning
That's,
stuff. Because
yeah.
that's how most people learn is by the mistakes and
Yeah.
the struggles. So it's fine.
Yeah. You say that I was using the vidIQ just to go back and look at some of my older videos, which I can explain why in a second. But
Uh-huh.
it was describing my style of video as a learning out loud. So it's me like not when I'm not knowing exactly what I'm doing, but kind of sharing what I'm learning with the viewers. And it was saying
Right.
it's like, that's your style. Go with it. Don't change that. That's you. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that was kind of, a nice confirmation.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah. So
that's where
I'm
most
learning out
people are.
loud. Yeah. I'm not flubbing and totally unscripted and have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning out loud.
Sounds so much better. I'm
It
learning
does,
out
doesn't
loud.
it? It's just,
Yeah. Yes.
oh my goodness.
I'm sharing my struggle because everything is a struggle. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, since I mentioned it, the reason why I
Yeah.
was using that and kind of going through reviewing all my videos is
Uh-huh.
I did the dethatching and I mentioned while I was filming it, hey, I've got this nice dethatcher. I should sign up as an Amazon associate so I can, get a commission maybe if you see this one. I did a good job demonstrating it in my video. It didn't blow
Right.
up. I didn't cut off a foot. So, I figured out how to do it because I said, I'm going to figure out how to do this by the time I release the video so I can include it in the description. So that was my
Uh-huh.
little push to go ahead and do it because I've been thinking about it for a while. So I signed up as an Amazon associate. So now
Oh,
I
cool.
can put links for all the different products, all the crazy stuff I'm doing in my videos. I can link
Ooh, okay.
that. And if somebody goes to Amazon using my links that are in the description, which probably won't have any for this video, but look at my other
Yeah.
content.
Right.
If you go there, then I'll get like, a few cents on the dollar kind of thing for your purchases. But as I was watching all the stuff, it's actually really cool because even if you don't buy the thing that I linked you there with, for
Uh-huh.
the next 24 hours, all of your purchases are linked to the person that sent you to Amazon. So,
Yeah.
like, if you go there for like my little $10 root viewer thing and you
Uh-huh.
buy, a new computer or something that's way more expensive, I get a cut of that purchase. It doesn't raise the price for you. It doesn't come
Uh-huh.
out of that, but it's like their advertising budget. Part of that money will go
Okay.
back to the person that linked them to the
That
marketplace.
linked them to it.
So that's really cool. So I
That
have
is
that
really
set up.
cool.
So I was going back looking at all my videos and just like when I got the Milwaukee like tools that I was using when I was doing the throwing target,
Yeah.
when I did the garden fun build and I had the little root viewer and the bug catch kit, that kind of thing. So
Yep.
like all the little stuff I'm doing, I can have that on
Yeah.
there.
Your indoor
Or even
garden.
like the throwing axes and knives, those things I can kind of link those. If you like the ones I'm using, you can go to
Uh-huh.
Amazon and you can purchase those or purchase other
Yeah.
stuff and help the channel
Right.
because I still haven't made a penny. I'm like watching
Ugh.
it. It's like I still haven't made my first penny. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
will. It will. It'll
It will.
come. I'm not
The
relying on it
coffee's
for my
solved.
main revenue at this point, so it would just be money to help grow the channel.
Yeah.
pay for all the
Yeah.
subscriptions and all the stuff, all the
Mhm.
expenses of running a YouTube channel, which I
Yeah.
set aside some money and I've got like the bank account and I was switching some things over. Yeah, we got delayed a little bit starting today because I'm using Camo so that I can use my phone as my camera. So like it's my webcam when I'm using Riverside, which works amazing. It's great. But
Yeah.
you have options when you're using Camo. You can go $8.99 a month, you can
Okay.
do $49 for a year, or you can do $99 for a lifetime. So it's
Okay.
like very different price structure.
Very.
It makes
Yeah.
sense, but right now I've been doing like the $8.99 because our first podcast I needed to use my phone as my camera, so I went ahead
Right.
and like signed up for the monthly. Just I didn't have the business account set up. It was like that was the cheaper option,
Yeah.
but I didn't switch it to something else. So now it's been like $36 that I've spent to
Yeah.
use my
You
phone as a
might as
camera.
well do the lifetime.
So I'm figuring I'm probably going to go buy a webcam in the next
Mhm.
week so I can, well, by the time that the monthly subscription for that wears off. So I got like 4 weeks to go buy a webcam or, go ahead and purchase the yearly or the lifetime.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was just another weird thing since we got delayed from the camo. Just thought I would bring up that little, option. I need to figure out a webcam.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
All
all
the
kinds of
things.
things.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I don't know if this ties into the thing that you mentioned you wanted to talk about, but I did
Yeah.
make a couple of posts over the last week where I hit milestones for the channel. So I had like 20,000 views, 25,000 views. I reached my
Mhm.
goal of 96 subscribers. So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for all who subscribed. And if you haven't yet,
Yeah.
subscribe. Got to do the YouTuber thing.
I
Um,
know that.
yeah, I'm not sure where I'm pointing, but I'm pointing at something that I'll put in there later.
Exactly. You'll put the
Yeah, and
little
it's all
icon.
reversed anyway. So if I'm going to put it over there, it's actually going to be over here. So I'm off anyway. So yeah. Fun
Your
of
eye
being on
stays
camera.
left.
I was saying
Exactly.
something really important there. I have no idea what it was.
You
What was I talking about?
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I'm
Squirrel.
52 and starting a YouTube channel. My memory is shot. Uh,
You're learning out loud.
yes, I
Um,
am learning out loud. Thank you. I'm going to use that
yeah.
all the time now.
I know I'm learning out loud.
Yeah. It's like, I
Some
didn't
days are
forget your
louder.
name. I'm learning out loud. What was your name again?
Exactly. I like to hear it again. It helps me to remember.
Exactly. Yeah, I do need to get better at names.
Yeah. You have to do the
Yeah,
association thing.
what was I saying? I really have forgotten. Yeah, I can cut this out of
Uh,
the video later because it's recording, or I can leave it
you
in and,
can.
it's authentic. So,
And it's yeah. No, you got me where I can't think because I remembered up until,
oh,
like,
I remembered. I
20
remembered.
seconds ago.
I remembered. It
Yes.
was talking about the post that I was making, showing the achievements and stuff. And
Yes.
when I came in and I realized I had 96 subscribers, I also realized that the artist competition, the People's Artist that
Yeah.
Patricia is in, she qualified for the second round. So the voting didn't end. There's more voting. So follow the links. I'll keep it in the description. And I made a post and it's
Yes.
all over my channel. So go and vote for Patricia.
Thank you.
She was in third place. And
And
I
now
think
she's in
she's improved.
yeah, I think she was in first last night. I haven't looked at
Woohoo!
it today.
Yeah.
So,
You
yeah,
haven't looked.
she's doing great.
Actually, let me play around with we're doing a live stream and I can share things. So let me try to
What?
do that. Yeah, keep talking.
What?
Yeah, this
Okay.
this is your opportunity to talk while I'm figuring out technical stuff.
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about?
Ha put you on the spot.
I know. No, she did, the thing that talking about Patricia, she was at the
Oh, there it is.
art on state, and it's so hard to say, but she got to actually paint along with other
Yep, there
people
she
on
is.
the
She's still
sidewalk.
first.
Oh, awesome.
Yep,
Yay,
she's still in first. Awesome.
Patricia. Yes, go
Yeah,
vote,
but
go
doesn't
vote.
mean that she's going to finish in first. So keep voting, keep going out there,
Keep
keep her in
voting.
first place. There's 5 more days
Yes.
of voting. You get a free vote every day, and then you can do donations where it's $1 a vote, and it's for a great
Yeah.
cause. So definitely, consider, and it's tax deductible. So awesome cause, tax deductible. Go ahead and make a donation and help
Yep.
our friend out, Patricia, with this contest. And yeah, I'm hoping
Yay.
she gets to meet Johnny Depp and get to tell us all about that. That would be amazing.
I know. I know.
But yeah, you get one vote every 24 hours. It's kind of linked to your Facebook, I think, because it checks
Yes.
the Facebook so it's keeping count that you've only voted once in the 24-hour. And it's not once
Yes.
per day; it's actually once every 24 hours. So it'll keep track of
I
when
know.
you voted. Yeah, but she's
Yes.
doing great.
Yay.
Yep. Now I got to figure out. Okay, there's stop sharing. All right, and
That
then
was
that
really
should be
cool.
back
I like
to
that.
us.
It is. I see you. You see me.
I need to switch. There we go. Now I see you. I
And
think it
there
was
you
in
are.
picture in picture, but so that I'm looking somewhat near you, my
Uh-huh.
camera, my phone is blocking part of the screen. It's
Yeah.
like that's me looking at your eyes, and that's me looking at the camera. Eyes,
No.
camera, eyes, camera. But if I sit way back here, you don't notice as much.
No, you don't. It's all right.
So anyway, yeah. So if I'm not looking at you, the viewer, I'm looking at Ashley. Sorry.
Yep.
I know. Siblings on
This is
camera. We're gonna have fun.
yes, always. This is
Oh my
this is
goodness.
crazy. This is fun. Who would have thought?
I know. Did you have more to say? You had mentioned competition and Patricia and all the stuff
It
there.
wasn't really a competition. It was just an honor to
It
do
was
it.
just a cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah, she actually they actually did pay her to paint
Oh,
out
very
there.
nice. So professional
So
artist.
yeah, we're hoping it doesn't rain anytime too soon, just so it stays out there a little bit longer. Because once it rains, it'll just be washed away.
So it was like, what was she painting with?
Sidewalk. It's like sidewalk paint. It's kind of
Okay.
like,
So it's meant
uh,
to wash away after the
yeah,
next rain, but they get to
yeah,
see it there for a few days.
yeah. And there
Very
was
nice.
some really amazing artists. There was one actually. We went to a restaurant right down from where it was being done at,
Hmm.
and it's called Black Rooster, and it's like all
Okay.
there was like drawings all over the walls, and we were
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, who is the artist? And
Okay.
come to find out, it was actually one of the artists that was there painting on the street
Small world.
with
Very cool.
Patricia. And we're like, well, that was that. I mean, he
Yeah.
actually had the up. She was in the same vicinity, painting at the same place where this guy has honestly done the artwork, like with a Sharpie, not with Sharpie, but I don't know. His artwork
Okay.
is the wallpaper of
Oh,
this
wow.
restaurant.
Okay.
So I mean, this is
That's
where
pretty
she's
cool.
at. This is the people she's
Yeah.
raised up to be performing with or painting with. So
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, when
cool.
we were talking, you were gonna go get nachos, but you also said
Yes.
that, she was doing this painting that you thought that Johnny Depp would actually want to buy from her. It was like a Alice in Wonderland or
Oh,
something.
yes. It's like a 4 by 6, like 4 foot by 6 foot painting.
Wow.
It's amazing. And she keeps playing with it, but it's one that is just you look at it and you keep seeing different things. But
Oh, that
it's
is so cool.
it's the Mad Hatter and Alice, and
Okay.
it's an amazing picture.
Yeah,
So
yeah, if
you'll
you
see it
go
one
to
day.
the site that I was showing earlier that'll be linked, you can actually see a lot of her artwork. It
Yes.
shows, the different artists. Yeah, I was noticing, like, when she was in 3rd place, the first 2, one of them had, like, some nudes, that was just, like, 4 or 5 pictures, and then
Uh-huh.
another one was a photographer, so it is a mix of different types of artists.
Yeah, she does from uh animals to plants to creatures to I
Yep.
mean, yeah, she does an amazing octopus that she does. I mean, it's just yeah, that's what she did yesterday
It's
was an
impressive.
octopus.
Yeah, that kind
Yeah.
of thing is just inspiring, yeah,
Oh yeah.
and she's
Oh
kinda
yeah.
going through, like you've said, she's kinda going through a similar kinda journey, just trying to learn
Yeah.
new things and see what she can do with it, and just trying to get that
Yeah.
social kind of, establish a community around it and
Presence.
do
Yep.
fun things with it. Yeah, you mentioned she
Yeah.
was, people have suggested she does, like, a little, like, paint with kids kinda thing, and
She's been doing that for the last 2 weeks at a park, and then she's doing it this
very
Sunday
cool.
too. It's
Okay,
honestly just going to she's at Pine Island. That's where she's been going to,
okay,
which is just a
sweet.
Um,
Yeah,
just has covered areas, little beach area, has
okay,
playground, has all these things, and she just
mhm,
creates the space, and they come in and create whatever they want. They don't have to
very
paint. They
nice.
could sit there and cross stitch or,
Yeah,
do whatever. But yeah, she's had a really good turnout. A lot of really interesting people show up, a lot of
hmm,
artwork, a lot of conversations, a lot of
that's
connections.
awesome.
So yeah, she's kind of like you. She wants to create the space for people to be able to learn, to
Yeah, it's like when you were
create,
saying that,
to
it was making me think of, like, my allotment kind of idea where it's a community garden and you come in, have your space, but it's a
yes,
community. Everybody else is looking after each other, all the resources and training and,
yep,
guidance is there. So
yep.
it's an opportunity to come in with no skills, learn what you want, and have fun with it.
Oh yeah, that's the event that I was talking about earlier, the Living Right
Mhm.
Foundation that
Yeah.
co-owner of Dupree Catering, he's kind of heads it up, and
Okay.
it's kind of what you want to do is go out and
Yeah.
help communities just they have hands-on that experience, that
Mhm.
leadership to do a community garden, kind of like you did
Okay.
at work, kind of that
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
thing for the community to come and sharing that experience, to be
That's
able to
awesome.
eat, sharing the food, to
Yeah.
watch things grow, build those relationships with people.
Mhm.
The living right is, yeah, it's a great foundation. We had a fundraiser, silent auction, all the thing, a live auction too. We had auctioneer doing the whole rattling off stuff. It
Okay.
was great.
Nice.
Um, but that's keep it's neat how many connections that I'm seeing with the whole like what you're trying to
I
do and all the
know.
connections. So when you get
Yeah,
here,
it's like you
I'm
notice
like,
those
okay,
things.
here's the list of people that you need to
I know
connect
you told
with
me I need to
so y'all
meet one of
can,
your neighbors and yeah.
yeah,
Every time I
yeah,
talk to you, there's, like, new people, so you're doing all my networking in South
like I
Carolina, so Imma
said,
go down there and have a whole community waiting on me.
I know. I was like, I just found you a new best friend, Kevin.
I
He's my
know.
neighbor. He's got his
Yeah.
backyard garden too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling, Jen last night, you were talking about he was trying to, like, crossbreed tomatoes and, like, hot peppers. He
And
was
a hot
trying to
pepper
make a
to make a
spicy
hot
tomato.
tomato. And he's got this awesome rain barrel collection. And then he's hooked it up to a
Yeah.
solar powered pump to pump said water out
I'm
to
looking
his
forward to that.
garden.
Yeah, I really
So
considered doing that here, but since we're planning to move, it's like, I don't
you don't want
wanna
to set
put
it
that in
up.
place and then, move right. So what I've been doing is just if it rains, I have a bunch of barrels, so I've been putting barrels everywhere, collecting the rainwater, and then I dump
Yeah.
them all into one.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
It's working.
low budget version. I'll do the fancy
Yeah,
stuff
well, just
someday. Yeah, but yeah, I do try to use that rainwater when I'm doing my plants and different things instead of using like, tap water kind of stuff. And I've got to where, yeah, I don't know if it's completely accurate, but the guidance was like to dechlorinate your water, you need to just kind of like leave it open to air for a while and like it evaporates off after a couple of days. So
mhm.
I've been like putting water into containers, putting it in the like out on the deck, let it evaporate, sit there for a while, and then that's what I've been using for my plants. I don't know if
Okay.
it makes a big difference. I don't know how much chlorine affects the plants, but I figure, cleaner is better. I don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, learning. So if you
Learning.
know the answer to that in the comments, one of
Yeah.
those little
Let us
curious,
know.
kind of things that I'm trying to learn. Lots of those. Yeah, the more you do, the more you realize you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, it sounds like parenting. No,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
We know everything. No, we don't.
No, no, you become the parent and it's like, okay, now I get it.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
no, nobody knows how to parent. We just
And then the
survival mode.
grandparents are like, oh, just you wait till you're a grandparent. You don't think you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Then you get life for your kids to have kids. I mean, what? No, I never do that, Lexi.
Yeah, that's
No,
right. You got
ever.
to be a grandparent before me. I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure
I
when
got
that's gonna
two.
happen, but yeah, I know you already got
It'll
2
happen.
grandkids.
Yep, yep, yep. I remember when Mama would be on the phone with me, and I'm up here doing the life of mother of four littles, and she's just
Uh-huh.
laughing, and I'm like, "Quit
Yeah.
laughing at me." She was like, "No, I think it's funny. It's you
Yeah.
doing it, not me.
Mhm.
You used to
Exactly.
do the same things, Ashley." I'm like, "I know, I know. It's fine."
Oh, yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
at my list, and I think I've covered pretty much everything I had on my potential discussion list, except
Awesome.
for, my daughter is we're talking about kids. She's
Mhm.
currently traveling with a school program. She's overseas, going to a bunch
Mhm.
of different countries, and we just had, like, a little, like, FaceTime with her earlier today, and she was showing me all the
Oh,
souvenirs that she got for everybody, and she's so excited and so anxious and so tired, and it's like, yeah, getting ready for the next location tomorrow, and
yeah.
she's loving it. I'm loving it through her,
Oh,
just, it's so amazing her getting a chance to have that experience.
oh, yeah. I'm sure we'll be up all night after I pick her up from the airport. She'll be
Oh, I know,
decompressing, or
that's
maybe
right.
she'll just crash. I don't
You get to
know.
spend a night in Charlotte with her. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
She's
So,
looking
yeah.
forward to that too. I mean, that's gonna be, like, the
Mhm.
end of her trip highlight is she gets to spend a night with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She really is excited about it.
If she can stay awake, she'll probably be like, "Okay, I
Yeah, no,
just
she may be
fell
just,
asleep."
like, collapsed at that point, but should be fine.
Which will be fine too. We'll catch up. So, it's a great experience for her.
Yeah, I think the only other little random small thing I haven't discussed was I talked about I haven't really been doing my resolutions. Part of the reason why is related to my daughter getting her first apartment, and so we're purchasing furniture for her to have in her new apartment because it's an unfurnished
Mhm.
apartment. So my garage is now full of her furniture that we're gonna have to move to South Carolina. because they went out shopping to get ideas and found a deal that they couldn't pass up. So now we have
Of course. Now you
a
have that.
couch and a love seat and a chair, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more, an ottoman, and there's more coming, I'm sure.
You're getting
Yeah.
a
So
call to drive to
my
South
little,
Carolina.
axe throwing and knife throwing, I don't want to miss and damage her future furniture. So that one's a
That would
little
be
bit on
bad.
hold for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that target is very heavy, so I'm not sure about moving it somewhere else to keep practicing now that it's warmer out.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know what the neighbors would think if I'm out there throwing axes. That seems a weird thing for a neighbor to do. Or maybe
It
they'll come
sounds like
over
you're
and play with
chopping
me. I
wood
don't
back
know.
there. They'll
Yeah,
probably come and play with you, make
yeah,
some new
probably
friends.
so. Yeah,
Just
and
let
maybe it would
them
be
know
that
what you're
60-40 split. I might have a lot more females coming over to play than expected. Yeah, because
yeah.
I think I shared that in that first when I was in the backyard in the foot of snow and ice where
Uh-huh.
Lexi went into labor when she was out throwing
Yep.
axes. Yeah,
Yep.
women do it
Yep.
too. Axe throwing is,
Gosh,
non-gender.
yeah. Me and some
That's
of my
not gender
friends went
specific.
one
Yeah,
night. It's great. It's fun. Yeah. No shame in
but yeah.
that. Come
So
on. There is no girls and guys things. We
yeah,
just do
it's
human
it's
things.
throwing an axe. Anybody
It's
can do
just
that.
throwing an axe. Anybody can throw an axe.
Yeah,
Now the
and I don't
stars
think
are
that
on.
a gender would have like an advantage with that because it's not strength, and yeah, that's kind of a mix of skills. I mean, so that one's in anybody kind of sport. I don't know,
Yeah.
is throwing things. Well, yeah, World Axe Throwing League, because I mean, I've got their stuff linked in my videos, and they're
Uh-huh.
the ones that I use their blueprint.
Right by the dog.
Yeah, I know. I'm on calls working remotely now, and that's a constant thing, having to mute.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that we can't do the
Yeah.
Amazon affiliate link for Jen to make purchases because all day long I'm getting purchases and it sets off the dogs barking and then I'm having to mute
Uh-huh.
myself on business calls. And yeah, I can
Yep.
relate. That's a daily
Yep.
thing for me.
Something just got delivered to my house.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, where are you filming from this time? You've kind of moved all over your house. I've always been in the same spot.
Uh, 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 uh. I don't know who's at my front door. I don't know who's at my
And
front
that's
door.
why we do
Haha.
these recorded and not live.
Uh, it's my daughter and the boys.
Okay, well, we can cut this
We're
part
doing
out.
we're doing our podcast.
Well, I don't know about having like little kids in our broadcast, but Lexi can put her face in there and say hi. Yeah, this is the reason why we record these and we don't do a live stream. Well, let us go ahead and wrap up, and then your grandma Ashley can go out there with you. I'm still I can't grasp my sister as a grandmother. I know. You're younger than me. You can't be a grandma. No worries. We'll cut all this out anyway, so it's just, yeah. When you get it back, we'll do a little outro and we can wrap up.
I don't know why he's weird.
I don't know where he gets that from. Yeah, there's no
None
weirdness
of
in this
that.
family.
God, give me that shot. Give me that shot.
Yeah, get on camera. Hi.
Are you
See, I
gonna say
don't know
hi?
about having your kids.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, we were doing a podcast. So your kids are like being recorded, but I'm not going to include, I'm going to cut all that out. But you're an adult. I can have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
You're proof that she's a grandma. Yeah.
Hi.
No, we're cutting all this out. That's the reason why I don't do these things live.
Oh, hello.
Oh, and I lost the feed. Yeah, it's not sure what your video's doing. I need farm hands. Yeah. I'll need farm hands, and I'll pay with food so they can double dip. So we're gonna have meat. Yeah, we're gonna have goats. Don't tell Lexi. We're gonna have both. We're gonna have like play with them goats, and we're gonna have like eat them up later goats. Yes, and then we'll have the milk 'em goats that I'm gonna need help with because I'm not sure about having milking kind of livestock because you can't leave because they need to be milked every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on what type of animal it is. So if I'm doing that, I'm going to have somebody help me out. So I'm going to teach everybody how to milk goats and all the other milking animals. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have like guinea pigs. We're gonna have like little mini milking. Jen wants the land of minis, so I've already decided. I don't know if I want like full size cows, but those cute little like mini cows. Yeah, and get the ones that have like the long hair. And yeah, having one of those that would be awesome. People would come and visit that. Oh yeah, we'll have. Well, I'm doing the YouTube channel. I'm trying to establish all that, so I'm thinking about that. Yeah. And then I'll have Patricia come in and paint the animals, and then yeah. Yeah. Well, I was gonna have a guest on this one, but I kinda gave her notice too late, but look at all these guests. Wow. Of course, I'm not sharing any of the footage of this. This is I'll go back and watch it. So, yeah, and I have to go back to pressure washing, so, as long as you wanna talk, I don't have to pressure wash. So we can keep talking for a while. Alright, well, I did the intro. You gonna do the outro? Well, I mean, once it's us, you can do an outro. Love you. Nice little interlude, but that was so cool getting to see the kids. Yeah. Say, it's worth doing this just to be able to, like, spend time with family. The podcast is a bonus. I don't think I mentioned in the, like, discussing, like, all the vidIQ, that was half of my new subscribers. The other half were the little shorts that I made from our podcast. So, yeah, I did, like, about 7 or 8 of them by the time they all go, because I still got the butterfly story and where I'm talking about the Artemis 2. That's the only 2 I haven't, like, put out there public yet. But, yeah, so far, pretty much everyone has gotten me 1 subscriber, which is it's consistently getting me 1 subscriber. I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it's cool. It's just I can't see, like, when somebody subscribes what they're watching, but if I go back and look at the analytics for the video, I can see how many subscribers subscribed watching that video. So it's like it's weird workaround to be able to see it all. And there is, like, a one analytics thing where you can see, like, all your videos, and then, like, you can see how many subscribers from each altogether. So I think my worms video got me 6 subscribers. My live stream got me 4. Everything else is like 3, 2, 1, and a lot of them are nothing. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's beginning growth. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I've already exceeded my goal for the month. So set your goals small and you can achieve them. Yeah. I don't know. It's actually a pretty big goal. I didn't know if I would reach 96 this month. I really didn't know, because that would be doubling 48. So, yeah, we did it, and I've still got 2 more weeks in the month to get a jump on next month. Yeah, because on next month, I gotta get, well, especially if I round up to 200, that's, yeah, 104 subscribers in a month. That's crazy numbers. Doable, but still a little scary. It's scary. Nah. If it happens, fantastic. If it doesn't happen, I'll reset a new goal and continue. But it seems like it's in a position where it could happen. Oh, we never actually did the outro. Nah, I can explain that your family showed up, the kids and grandkids and all the grandmotherly things, and we didn't wanna show the kids on film. Yeah, yeah. I'll let it do its little magic episode, and then I'll clean it up. And it's really easy because it shows you, like, the whole transcript, so I just have to, like, choose the words for everybody talking, and it'll cut all that section out. So, yeah, that makes it easy. Alright, so you're doing the outro? You look so it froze on your face with, like oh, yeah, yeah. Yes. Yes, that's a grandma, yeah. Still can't believe you're a grandmother. Yep. Okay, so we can be semi-serious for a moment so that you can wrap this up and go spend time with family, and I can pressure wash the deck and probably find a dead field mouse on my deck. Maybe it will be gone, and I will just assume that the mother got it and not like a bird flew down and grabbed it for lunch. Yes. The mom must have came back. I tried to get it on film, she was just so quick. Yeah, I know. I know, and I'm gonna raise animals and, like, yeah. But, I mean, that's part of why I want the rabbits is it's an animal that, like, I can raise, they produce often enough, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna accumulate a lot of pet rabbits. So there's that pressure that I'll have to learn how to process them, for meat. So, I mean, that's part of the thinking with why the rabbits. So, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Which might be part of our move. Yeah, unless I want to, like, carry a couple of 3 rabbits to start over in South Carolina. But, yeah. I actually have to look at the rules because I don't know if, like, moving rabbits across states and all that stuff. Well, I know I can get more rabbits in South Carolina because the one that I found first was actually in South Carolina. So I know that there are breeders for the types of rabbits I want down there. Whole communities and Facebook pages and all the stuff, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you have family with rabbits that can give me starter rabbits. Yeah. Yep. You knows the people. Yeah. Okay. Are you doing the outro? Am I doing the outro? Who's doing the outro? You got it this time? I'll tell you what, you do it, and if it's not amazing, I'll do it. So no pressure, and you just have fun with it. All right. Okay, so family is gone. I think I've cleared my list of all the topics. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? And if not, go ahead and give us a little outro. We'll edit this till it's perfection, you know? Okay, there we go. Okay. So do I need to prompt you again, or you just want to go with it and just give us an outro? This one is just kind of falling apart, but we're having so much fun. Yeah, we'll have to do the outtakes. All right. Well, I love you, sister. Thank you for doing this. I need to get back to pressure washing. You need to get back to family and doing your deck. So just because we both need the practice, give us an outro. Perfect. Thank you. All right. See you next time. Bye.